Hi, this is Kelly. Welcome to my channel. Today I have Winter Raven Spring Witch. I have two bottle art, I guess you'd call them, DIYs. I got this little bottle thrifting. Looks like a little pint liqueur bottle or something. And I put on the first coat of this, this is folk art sage chalk paint. And it didn't, when I went to do the second coat, it wasn't cooperating, so I hit it with the flat clear coat, then put a second coat. So you can always do that. You can prime it before you paint it with chalk paint. You can do it however you like. But sometimes that second coat wants to take off the first coat, no matter how long you let it dry. So depends on the glass, I guess. It's weird. Doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. So here's my image from Etsy. This little, I guess it's a raven, but it's white and black, and it's got like the winter berries, but it's not Christmassy. I just thought it was so pretty. It definitely says winter, but it doesn't say Christmas. Or I hope not. I'm not trying to say Christmas. It's almost March. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so over. We've had this nasty snow and weather. It needs to go away. So I just keep tearing the edges until I get it in the right shape and size I want for the front of my bottle. And we're going to put some Mod Podge just on this area where the image goes. And I printed this on cardstock, by the way. Get him into position here. And these are fun to do. It's mainly just, you know, experimenting with different painting techniques and metallics. And it's really pretty. And if you mess it up, you can paint over it, start over. You know, you really can. It's no big deal. So I'm making sure I get all my edges down really well. And we're going to put a top coat of Mod Podge right on top of it. And we're just going to put it over, just up past the edges of it. We're not going to cover the whole bottle with it. We're going to, you know, spray a clear coat on it later. So I painted the cork black, and then I'm dabbing sage green on the cork, and now I'm dabbing it on the image. And basically, on this one, I don't really make the edges disappear all the way, but they'll kind of blend into the background. So I'm taking the sage and just going around and adding it to the image as well, but going heavier on the edges. Now I'm taking black and doing the same thing, and I'm just going to go back and forth. And you see I got it a little too heavy on the top. There's a couple spots. So what I do once that's dry, just go back with the sage again and sponge that over and just kind of blend everything out. Now this is a metallic. This is Royal Ruby, I believe it's called. And it looks really kind of coppery. And I've just got a sponge here, an art sponge. And we're just going to start dabbing it here and there. Again, no rhyme or reason to any of it. We're just going to go for it. So, and just get these metallics showing here and there. And it really just comes to life. It's just, I love experimenting with paint. And again, if it turns out you don't like it, you can paint over it. And if you put an image on with Mod Podge on a bottle and you hate it, soak it in water. It'll come off, you know, and just paint over the bottle. And that's about it. It was just fun with some decoupage and paint. Easy peasy. And I've got a piece of black and a piece of burgundy chiffon ribbon. I just laid one on top of the other. Left a little tail on one side, and I'm just going to wrap it around the neck of the bottle here. Like, it looks like 4 times. Leave enough to tie it in a knot on the side. Just simple and easy. I've seen these bottles on Facebook and Pinterest. I don't really know who to credit for anything, because, you know, I'm going to do my own thing with it anyway, but I've just seen them all over the place. I'm sure you've seen them. And I just thought they were really cool. And I'm always finding bottles thrifting. So yeah, I'm just fluffing and pulling it apart till I get it to lay where I want it. Don't want it to cover up the image on the front. And then this, I'd already done this and realized, well, I should do the ribbon first. I put the Spanish moss around the cork first and secured it with some really thin twine. So I just slid it off and it held its shape. So I just slid it right back on once I had the ribbon on. But all I did was wrap it around there and tie it with some twine. So that bottle is complete. DIY number 2. It's another bottle I got thrifting. And it's got some kind of design stamped into one side, but that's just going to be the back. And we're going to do the crumpled tissue paper technique here. We're going to try to make this bottle look like it's made out of stone. So this is our first layer of texture. Plus, once you do this, you can paint it without worrying about the second coat taking the first coat of paint off. We've got crumpled tissue paper we've torn into pieces. Add the Mod Podge, add the paper, press it down. Make sure there's Mod Podge on your brush when you press it down. And you're sealing it as you go. You don't usually have to go back over the whole thing with Mod Podge. You can if you like, but I'm going to paint it and then I'm going to seal the whole thing again later anyway, so. And once this is dry, I will paint 2 coats of Waverly Sandstone chalk paint. Now this is a little set of paints I have that have some texture already in them. It's like lightly textured, it's got some grit, and let's see, what are these colors? It was a set I got from Amazon, and one of the colors is concrete, and I've got a couple different green colors. One of them is sea stone, but I know that's the bluish one. Shale green. And then another one is cavern moss, which is a greenish grayish color. And I got some of these little foam flowers, and I painted some with this paint. And then I dry brushed another color on the edges. So I've got, this is the, I think that's the cavern moss color that I'm using. I'm sorry, I can't tell which one I used, but again, it's a little set. They're called Folk Art Terracotta. And I got this vine, I got a bunch of it thrifting. And I just took my sponge dabber and dabbed some color on it because it's kind of a shiny green, which I don't want. And here's my bottle that I painted with the sandstone. And I thought I was recording and I wasn't. This was my image. I tore the edges and Mod Podged it to the front, but I did not put a coat on top because we are going to seal this with a spray coat. But isn't she beautiful? I thought she's kind of like a spring witch. Beautiful picture. So now I printed this on rice paper because I want the edges of the image to completely disappear, like it's encased in this stone bottle. And so I'm going to take my sponge dabber and the sandstone that I painted the bottle with and just go around and disappear the edges, get as close to the image as possible without getting on top of her face or anything like that. And I have this little pull knob I got at Hobby Lobby that the screw was too short to use it for what I intended it for. So I thought, well, this will make a nice cork, if you will. So we're just going to hot glue this into the opening. And we're going to go with, this was the concrete. Now it turned out, I thought it would be a little darker than the sandstone, but it's not. So I've kind of wasted my time here. So I was going back over with the concrete, which I might as well have been doing more sandstone, but that's okay. Now we're going to take one of our colors. I think this is the cavern moss. Yes, the same colors that rose I just showed you. And I'm going to go around and very lightly sponge that to pick up the raised textured areas. And again, you'll see I get too much in a spot, and then I just blend it with see in the front there, I got too heavy with it. And I just took the sandstone and dabbed right back over that and blended it. Make sure it's fully dry before you go, re-dabbing over top. And I'm just going to get here and there. And there are a couple other spots. Like I said, you just keep dabbing and blending. And the bottom portion of the image, I go ahead and add a whole lot more paint to kind of blend that in. To make it, like I said, I want it to look like it's down in the stone instead of just pasted on top of it. And then I've got this rose here I'm taking and sponging some more colors on the edges just to give them a little bit of depth instead of just one color. Now this is some silver floral wire. And this is, I got all these charms from Amazon. This is a little key charm. And we're gonna hide that wire with the vine I painted. So once I get that twisted on there, just very carefully, you don't want to scrape your paint up. I've already sealed this, by the way. I sprayed this with a flat, like a matte clear coat spray paint. So once my key's in place, we're going to wrap this vine. It's just a piece of wire with little leaves on it, so I didn't even have to glue it. I just wrapped it around a few times. And then I try to show it, but you can't really see what I'm doing. But once I get it in position, the end, I just tuck it under and pull it tight with my pliers there. So I tucked it under, and I had to get underneath and grab it and pull it. And then just press it down in there, and it's not going to go anywhere. And we're just going to fluff a little bit, make sure it's not hiding the key charm. And now I've got my roses and a little black Spanish moss. So I'm going to add a little patch of moss with some hot glue here. And then my rose. And I'm just going to add a little more moss and a few more roses. Just kind of going down one side. And once I do that, this project is complete. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really appreciate each and every one of you. My channel is still growing. Thanks to all of your wonderful comments. I really appreciate it. Come back and see me again. Don't forget to like and share and all the things. Bye.